your hands up, 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 hands up. Oh yeah. The last stop on our tour was Albury. I'm an hour and a half away from good old Wagga Wagga. I'm in Riverina, I'm in Wiradjuri land. This feels like home, you know what I mean? So, especially when I travel so much, this is home. This is down the street. I legitimately wonder who the first person was to wear a suit. Like this is what we wear when we're fancy. And it was a little bit extra special, I think, because it's part of the Ride Around the Murray Festival, Little Riders Festival, and it was really cool. Got to hang out with Christine Arnoux. That was pretty rad. And we just chilled, and it was good. I guess highlights for me in Albury were the school performance, like having a room full of school kids, you know, chucking their hands up. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, get on, really reach them. I see you doing that half one. No. And having a good time with it, screaming out. That was a lot of fun. Well done. You can sit down.
I grew up mixed race in Texas, which if you have any stereotypes about the US, it's that there are a lot of racists in the South. Newsflash, there are a lot of racists everywhere, including here, which is hilarious because when I'd be like trying to flag down a bus in Melbourne, like with a head wrap on, and like the bus driver looks at me and then just keeps driving.
It was impartial, yeah.
And the workshops as well.
Proper mic technique, wonderful.
Don't blame me for living so long. The war had just ended when I came along. Free milk and school dinners gave me good health, even though they eroded the nation's wealth. Don't blame me for living so long. I didn't know I was costing a song.
And then some people come all the way up here and they're way too close.
My name's Eileen Clark. I live in Albury in southern New South Wales, although you might be able to tell that I was born in England. I wrote that poem somewhere about 2016, I think, when the government decided it was going to have to make it harder for people to get the age pension. Time to find work. Jobs are plenty, they say. Oh good, she's a woman. Only 3/4 pay. No pension for her, she'll be gone before long. We'll make her leave when the kids come along.
It's just this open country town, everyone knows everyone and it's safe.
It's beautiful, but it's also a nightmare in a way.
Oh, Albury's what you take and Albury's what you give. The more you give, the more you get out of it.
It's only when you leave and you go to villages in Cambodia or you go to a city in America and you realise no one knows Albury. Only people from Albury know Albury.
You got plans tonight, yeah? Would you perform tonight? I am one of the fortunate ones. I think there's only a handful or so of people in Australia that are fortunate enough to make a living off poetry. I just happen to be one of them. My theory has always been if you work hard enough at something, you will find someone to pay you, you know, whether that be, you know, poetry or, you know, finger clicking or bottle flipping or whatever it happens to be. You know, you do something with enough passion, it'll work out. You go, boom, and you go.
Oh yeah, I got that.
From what I've seen in the last 10 years or so, is just been explosive. You know, everyone seems to be getting into it. It's into school curriculums now. You know, it's amazing. I'm excited about it.
And right back to World War I, where Australia mourned the loss of so many fine young men, and the role of women forever changed as we stood in support of them.
Often, I feel like Jonah, stewed up, chewed up, sometimes even spewed up. And when I know I've screwed up, I try to run away.
It seems that you're mending, recovery pending, medical things get in the way. No matter the season, there's always good reason for pain to cause a delay.
Every choice seems so great, it's easy being a kid and not having to choose.
And sometimes when I fall, it would be nice to be picked up for one more flight, just like break-up sex.
For the love of all that is holy, bad Gollum, follow my rules. How dare you stand without permission? I will fix you, I will take credit for you. I am your master. No!
Right. We're having a good night. These are good quality poets. I like it. I like it. I was a little bit worried. I was like, coming to Albury. I'm from Wagga Wagga. It's fine.
Path. Boredom to mischief, to trouble to court. Who will take that compassionate stand?
So I wear the mask to hide my feelings with a smile plastered on my face, saying that nothing is wrong. Everything will be all right.
Your gesture of care, your response to my private displays of affection, those effortless PDAs that enfold us, capture us a long way from Paris.
One of the reasons I think Poetry Slam resonates with people is because it's a need. It's this basic, raw human need that we want to express ourselves, that we want to be heard. And 2 minutes on a stage to let loose, to let all of those feelings out. Do I get lonely on the road? No, you know, I don't get lonely on the road. You can bump into random strangers. I don't know, man. My head's going places.
Zohab's fun. He's great. Like, half the time, I'm never entirely sure if he's being serious or not. And like, the better I've gotten to know him, the better I've gotten at bullshit detecting with him.
The other one, the smaller one. Yeah, no, the smaller one was great. I love Arielle. Like, she was a lot of fun to hang out with, you know, and it's great seeing her journey. Like, I hadn't met her before this little road trip that we went on.
And now we've got like, I make good wife, I make the food, like, joke about me like trying to stay in the country. So
I think people are my favorite thing in the world. Even though I always say this, people, I love them all, the good ones and the bad ones. And like, I've had the pleasure and the honor of hanging out with, like, you know, incredible people. And of course the Poetry Slam, absolutely amazing.